I'm sure this question's been asked a million times. How did you prepare for this role? How much weight did you lose, Lily?
There was never a end result goal weight to be lost. My preparation was really focused on going back and reading old journals of mine. I had written my chapter in my book a week before I got the script, so it was this weird, almost prep before even knowing I was supposed to be preparing for a role situation. I spoke to friends and family. I kind of just tried to draw from as much of my experiences as possible and write them down and speak to Marti about them. And I watched some documentaries. You know, we all spoke as a cast and crew about what we wanted to put out there and how we were going to tell the story. So
I didn't know, guys, men, boys, they also go through anorexia stage. I mean, that's something new because usually we only hear about girls and women. How did you research for this role? And I think Luke is such a great guy, caring, funny.
Thank you.
He's like almost the perfect guy.
Yeah, really.
Almost.
not in her
Right.
eyes.
don't tell Ellen that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very interesting character, and that's why I was drawn to him. He's complicated, and he has a persona that he's projecting, but there's a lot of other stuff going on. And he's working stuff out as he goes as well. In terms of preparation, again, I wasn't ever asked to lose a specific amount of weight or anything like that, but I just tried to sort of get into his world and his mentality as much as I could because I'm an actor and that's my job. And he's a beautiful guy, and it was just a great opportunity for me to learn more. And to explore a unique character that I never had before. Cigarette for dinner. That's not going to get you points.
Not in the mood.
Okay.
And who in hell made you house dead, Mother?
You walk around here like you've got it all figured out. Well, if you're so fixed and special, why don't you go back to New Jersey or London or wherever you're from?
I am going back, as soon as my BMI is closer to my age. But right now, I'd rather try and help people than mope about feeling sorry for myself.
You have no idea how I'm feeling.
I never said I did.
And what, you want to help people? What, are you a doctor now? You feel pretty proud of yourself?
Yeah, I am, actually. I'm moving the needle in the right direction. Sorry if that scares you. But people actually go home sometimes and have a life. Even people with f***ed up families. Yeah. There goes that f***ing excuse again, huh?
Lily, you share some great scenes with Mr. Keanu Reeves. Can you talk about the preparation working with Keanu?
He's so zen. Keanu is like such a calm, even-keeled, zen, positive guy.
Yeah.
And when we met, I met him with Marti at his house. We went and we were doing, talking about the initial conversations about scenes with the doctor and Ellen, and he wanted to just know everything about the medical side and the emotional side, and he did his own preparation work and meeting with doctors and everything, and he takes it very seriously and the subject matter very seriously and on set, always making sure that we were all okay and very nurturing and very much took on the doctor role and was just such a calm energy on set, which I think was wonderful. I mean, it was, all of us had such, I think, a positive outlook on the experience and came into every day with just a real sense of like ease and a calmness that I don't think people would expect on a set like this. Yeah. But it was just so great that Keanu would come in and be able to play this character in such a way that really felt, to me, so genuine.
You both have great chemistry together. And one of my favorite scenes in the film was when you both went to a Thai restaurant. How many
so
takes?
Fun.
Right.
So
how many takes do you have to eat and spit out like that?
Oh my God.
A lot.
A lot?
It was a lot, but it
That's
was
a
a
lot of
much
spitting.
needed. That night was a needed night, just because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
I think Marti made such a big deal of making sure that set was a fun, nurtured place to be, and I think I was always looking forward to this scene just because there was so much humor and ability to play. I don't think I quite knew how much playing we'd get to do though, which was awesome because that was only because it was the two of us. Like it would have been different if you'd had two other actors. You know,
Eating Thai food,
right?
and drinking
It was a
Thai
lot.
beer.
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was just water, but.
Oh,
Well,
darn.
yeah, I mean on the night.
Yeah,
Right.
but in my mind it was Thai beer.
Yeah.
There was one point I actually remember, I hadn't even thought of this since it happened, but there was one point where you and I and the entire everyone involved was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
Marti had fallen over on the bench from laughing, and she couldn't yell cut because she was
Oh my God, that's right.
laughing so hard,
Yeah.
so it just went on and on and
On and on and on. But it was so fun, and we
Yeah.
used the takes.
Did you ask Marty about her experience, what she went through, and how she overcame that horrible experience?
Oh yeah, no, I mean Marty from day one that I met her was an entirely open book, and if you ask her now, she's an open book. You know, she's so giving with her time and her experience and her honesty and openness that's really what helped me open up as well, was that she was so supportive and willing to answer questions of not just me but everybody.
Yeah.
And sharing her experience to prompt and further kind of the conversation I think that we've started and hope to continue.
You know, I really do like your relationship with your stepsister. Right? Is that right? I mean,
Yeah.
and I thought their relationship is very genuine from the beginning to the end.
I've known
except-
Liana for years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually, she's like
sweet.
a little sister
Your
to
sister
me.
to
So
you.
when she was cast, I thought, oh my God, this is another weird moment for this movie to play kind of meta experience. You know, I care for her so much. So
And
that
she's an
was-
incredible actress.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
so
Sure.
good.
Very natural.
Yeah.
But I thought that, you know, your relationship with her was just pure and genuine. Very opposite of your relationship with your stepmom. And, you know, it's like she's trying to figure out if her stepmom is very...
She doesn't understand her.
Right, so
Yeah.
I think she's trying and she's confused. And when she
She's
meets
also
this boy...
Yeah, I think what's interesting is that Ellen's not used to. She sees asking for help, I think, in a way as a weakness, whereas Luke finally allows her to see it as a strength. And her stepmom and Luke both nitpick her so much to help her, and she wasn't ready to accept it. I think if help is there but you're not ready to accept it, you're just never going to see it as help. You're going to see it as annoying. Once you get to the point where you're able to actually understand what's going on within yourself and get to that point where you want to seek help, then all of a sudden perspective changes, things shift, and you see people differently. And I think we all can experience that in life. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with eating disorders or any type of disorder or just in general. If you don't want to accept help, you're not going to see it as help. And I think both her stepmother and Lucas served as people in that story to help change that. And you know, thank God for them, because she ends up choosing living, and I think it's because of those experiences with them.